Insha Allah, with the mashura of Maulana Aziz Nana, tonight being the night of Jumma, and there are many virtues with regards to invoking blessings upon Rasulullah Salallahu Alaihi Wasallam in this night. So we've decided that every Thursday night, Insha Allah, we'll do the Alim from the Fazail-e-Durood Shareef, and then we'll recite what is known as the Salatu Salam, the 40 Salatu Salam upon Rasulullah Salallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Briefly, this Fazail-e-Durood Shareef, invoking blessings upon Rasulullah Salallahu Alaihi Wasallam, this kitab has been written by Sheikh al-Hadith Maulana Muhammad Zakariyya Rahimahullah Ta'ala. And brothers will recall Sunday night Maulana Aziz Nana spoke and mentioned with regards to the Sheikh, the individual himself, what was his position, what was his maqam. Now Hazrat Sheikh indeed was one of the leading scholars of his time. And Maulana Aziz Nana mentioned on that night as well, Hazrat Sheikh taught a hadith of Rasulullah Salallahu Alaihi Wasallam in Saharanpur, the Alim there, for 55 years. And out of the 55 years, he taught Sahihul Bukhari for 45 years. He taught Sahih Bukhari for how long? 45 years. You can imagine a person's life, 55 years of a person's life spent in teaching the hadith of Rasulullah Salallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We can understand from this the maqam and the position of this individual in the eyes of Allah Azza wa Jalla. Indeed, he was one of the leading scholars of his time. Hazrat was a very prolific writer. He's written many kitabs. Fazail-e-Durood Shareef, which is before us, is one. The Fazail-e-Amal, which we read and which is read throughout the entire world, and which has been accepted by Allah to such an extent that this kitab is read throughout the entire world. Besides this, Hazrat Sheikh has written many other kitabs as well. He's written commentary on Bukhari Sharif as well. He's written commentary on the Muwatta of Imam Malik as well. And brothers will recall a couple of months back, in the Friday speech I made a speech with regards to the Muwatta of Imam Malik, the kitab. Now many of us here will be aware, and we've heard many times, that the most authentic book after the Quran is Bukhari Sharif. Asraful Kutubi Ba'da Kitabillah is Bukhari Sharif. But what many of us may not know, that before this title was given to Sahih Bukhari, this was the title of the Muwatta of Imam Malik. Imam Malik wrote his Muwatta. It is a compilation of all of the ahadith of Rasulullah Salallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Imam Malik was the great Imam and Alim of Madinatul Munawwara. And I mentioned in the bayan, the entire kitab was written in Masjid Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in Rawzatun min Riyad al-Jannah. And this was the title that was given to that book before Bukhari, because this kitab came before Bukhari as well. It was the most authentic book after the Quran. Hazrat Sheikh Nawallah Malkadu has also written a commentary on this book, on this kitab, Muwatta of Imam Malik. He's written a commentary. And it's indeed a gem. It is a gem in itself. Once a Maliki Alim, after reading the kitab of Hazrat Sheikh, the Awjazul Masalik, after reading this kitab, he could not remain silent, and he said, "Ye Hindi Alim ne is kitab ko bhi Hanfi bana liya." That this Hindi Alim has also made this Maliki kitab into a Hanfi kitab. Such was the pen of Hazrat Sheikh. He was indeed a very prolific writer. And Hazrat had his own Darut Tasneef, where he would go and he would do his writing. And it is mentioned about Hazrat Sheikh that if he did not write in this particular time which he had allocated for writing, if he did not write in that time, his head would start hurting. Let me explain. Unfortunately, there may be some of us who are smokers. And in this month of Ramadan, around a third time, those who smoke may started having severe headaches. My advice is, if there's anyone who's smoking, try to get rid of this habit. Those who haven't started, don't even start. But a smoker will know that around a third time his head will start hurting. Why? Because he needs that buzz. He needs that smoke going into him. Similar with Hazrat Sheikh. If he did not write in his allocated time for writing, his head would start hurting. Once Ala Hazrat Al-Raipuri came to Saharanpur to meet Hazrat Sheikh. And Hazrat Sheikh had a lot of respect for Hazrat Raipuri. He was from amongst the elders. So Hazrat Sheikh sat with him. Majlis was taking place, and it was a time that Hazrat Sheikh would normally use for writing. Hazrat Sheikh's head started hurting, and he humbly sought permission from Hazrat Raipuri that Hazrat, this is my time for tasneef, for writing. If you give me permission, I will do. Hazrat said, yes, sure, because Hazrat Raipuri knew the maqam of Hazrat Sheikh. Hazrat said, yes, sure, you go ahead, you don't stay. So Hazrat Sheikh went to Darut Tasneef, wrote for approximately 10 minutes until the headache subsided, and then he came back down and started in the masjid of Hazrat Raipuri. So this Sheikh, he was a great shakhsiyat, a very great shakhsiyat. And as I mentioned, he's written many kitabs. And from among those kitabs is the kitab of Fazail-e-Durood Shareef Majlis. When Hazrat wrote this kitab, and the moment this kitab was finished, the mubasharat started coming, the glad tidings started coming. Hazrat Sheikh wrote this kitab, and when he finished writing this kitab, one of the elders of that time saw Rasulullah Salallahu Alaihi Wasallam in his dream. And Rasulullah Salallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Zakariyya ne apni mu'asirin se sabqat kar chuke hai is kitab ki wajah. That Zakariyya had surpassed his contemporaries because of this kitab, the Fazail-e-Durood. Allah. Kitab is written, it is finished, and the glad tidings are coming from where? Rawzai Mubarak, from Madinatul Munawwara. With regards to what? To the kitab itself. So when Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has so much love and honor for this kitab, we can understand the maqam of Hazrat Sheikh himself. It is a very accepted kitab, and one of my ustads said that this kitab, ye Hazrat Sheikh ki dil ki tarjumani hai. The intense love that Hazrat Sheikh had for Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Hazrat Sheikh expressed this love in this kitab. Hazrat Sheikh expressed this love in this kitab. And my brothers, my friends, our akabirin, even today, one of the very powerful tools that they had in their arsenal was the love of Rasulullah Salallahu Alaihi Wasallam. It is a maqam which is known as Fana fil Rasul, that they gave their all, apne aap ko mita dena, aap Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam ki muhabbat mein. And this was present in all of our akabirin. And as I mentioned, this is a tarjuman of the love of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that Hazrat Sheikh had, that is penned in this book. And it is a very accepted book even in the eyes of Allah, of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Fazail-e-Durood Shareef. And this kitab Hazrat has written, just as in the Fazail-e-Amal, he's written many ahadith of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam with regard to sending salatu salam upon Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Before I start, I want to mention one point, and I hope I do not offend anyone. First and foremost, I say for myself. Maulana Aziz Nana, Asallallahu baqa'ah wa nafa'ana bi ulumihi. May Allah give Maulana Aziz Nana a very long life and continue to give us opportunities and after opportunities to benefit from his ilm as well. Say Ameen, brothers. Ameen to bolo? Ameen. Since Hazrat Maulana Aziz Nana started the tafsir from Monday night, he had mentioned that Surah Duha and Surah Alam Nashra are two surahs which are related and deals with Rasulullah Salallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Now only in yesterday's session alone, a minimum of at least 12 times the blessed name of Rasulullah Salallahu Alaihi Wasallam was mentioned. All the brothers sitting here, put your hands on your heart and question yourselves, how many times did you reply Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam from amongst the 12 things that the name of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was mentioned? Question yourselves, why is it that we cannot motivate ourselves to move our lips when the blessed name of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is mentioned? Question ourselves, brothers. Whenever the name of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is mentioned, this masjid should be vibrating with Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. In one hadith, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam mentioned, Al-Bakhilu man dhukirtu indahu falam yusalli alayh. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was pure and pure rahmat for this ummah. He came as a mercy for us. He could not bear that anything hard or harsh would happen to any of his ummati. This was his mizaj, his tabiyat for us. But yet, look at the word Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is using in this hadith, that the miserly person is that person that my name is mentioned in his presence and he does not send salatu salam upon me. Who is saying this? Al-Bakhilu man dhukirtu indahu falam yusalli alayh. Who is saying this? Rasulullah Salallahu Alaihi Wasallam. How much may they have heard him to say this about his ummati? That person is a miser in whose presence my name is mentioned and his lips doesn't even move and say Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So let us make the intention from today, brothers. Whenever we hear the blessed name of Rasulullah Salallahu Alaihi Wasallam, we will say Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. It takes nothing from us to say. And we will learn from the hadith now the benefits of saying Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam as well. May Allah give us the tawfiq to practice from these advices. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. عن أبي هريرة رضي الله تعالى عنه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال من صلى علي صلاة واحدة صلى الله عليه أشرا. Sayyidina Abu Huraira narrates that Rasulullah Salallahu Alaihi Wasallam has said, whoever invokes one blessing upon me, Allah will confer 10 blessings upon him. Whoever invokes one blessing upon me, Allah will confer 10 blessings upon him. One blessing and mercy from Allah Azza wa Jalla is sufficient for the whole creation, let alone 10 of Allah's blessings in return for invoking blessings once. What a virtue for invoking blessings is there, which is greater than being granted 10 blessings for invoking once. How fortunate are those pious elders whose daily practice was to invoke blessings and peace 125,000 times. Just as I have heard regarding some of the pious elders of my family. As the Sheikh mentioned, some of the elders of his family, what was their ma'amul? In one day, how much? Not one, not two, 125,000 times. He used to invoke blessings of Rasulullah Salallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Multiply that by 10 times each. Allah Akbar. Allama Sakhawi Rahmatullahi has narrated on the authority of Sayyidina Umar ibn Rabi'